James Marshall was born in San Antonio, Texas, and grew up 16 miles outside the James Marshall was born in San Antonio, Texas, and grew up 16 miles outside of the town on the family farm. His father, who worked for the railroad, had his own dance band and appeared on the radio. His mother, also musical, sang in the church choir. So it wasn't surprising when James considered playing the viola for a career and received an award to attend a special school for music in Boston. But during an airplane trip, he was jerked out of his seat and injured his hand. And that was the end of his musical career. He returned to San Antonio College and later Trinity, where he studied French with Harry Allard, his future collaborator. On a fateful summer afternoon in 1971, James Marshall lay on his hammock drawing pictures. His mother was inside the house watching TV. The loud voices from the TV show's characters. James Marshall was born in San Antonio, Texas, and grew up 16 miles outside the town on the family farm. His father, who worked on the railroad, had his own band in the 30s and appeared on the radio. His mother also sang, so it wasn't surprising when James Marshall considered playing the viola for a career and received an award to go to a special music school. One day, James Marshall hurt his hand, and that was the end of his musical career. James Marshall returned to college and studied languages with a man named Harry Allard, who became his future partner. One fateful summer afternoon in 1971, James Marshall lay on his hammock drawing pictures. His mother was inside the house watching a play called Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf on TV. The harsh, loud voices of the movie's characters, George and Martha, split the quiet air. And as James Marshall listened, he began to draw pictures. History was made, and James Marshall never had to look for a new profession. Jim Marshall began his career and became one of the most famous and successful authors of children's books. He is best known for his series on the mischievous exploits of Fox, a lazy show-off, the uproarious adventures of the two cut-ups Spud and Joe, George and Martha, and the misadventures of the Stupid Family. In an interview with Texas Monthly, James Marshall said about his work, "People have very odd ideas of what a children's writer should be like. Children always expect me to look like a hippopotamus, and adults assume that by nature I have to be a little off the wall." James Marshall died in 1992. He divided his time between an apartment in New York City and his home in Mansfield Hollow, Connecticut.